feel free to people in here. I'm gonna start adding people in. I need you guys to give me actual arguments as well because you guys are not providing arguments. But yeah, let's get some people in here. Yeah, if you want to join, just press the guest request. If you have any arguments that you want to say, but yeah, any of these topics, these are 3 topics we're debating. This person joined and then immediately went offline. Let's get some people in here. Hey,
Hello, mate. You're right.
how do you join Finance Academy? You should be able to join wop.com/Finance Academy. Hey, what do you want to debate?
Yeah, I just wanted to debate about the vegan stuff.
Why aren't you vegan?
Sorry?
Why aren't you vegan?
Oh, because the circle of life, we're apex predators. As man, we're apex predator, you
Why?
know?
Hold on one second, my dear boy. Why is it okay to eat animals? What's the
That's
morally
their
relevant?
purpose. That's their purpose in life, you know?
So
Everyone has...
you've assigned. So hold on one second. You assigned that as their purpose.
No, 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 no,
You
no, 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 no,
subjectively did
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no.
That's exactly
If
what you
one
did.
second, one second, one second,
Appreciate
one
the
second,
membership.
one second, bro. If animals didn't have the purpose of just providing food, cows providing milk, chickens providing eggs, they would be able to speak, no? They would be able to talk in English.
Can babies talk? Can babies speak?
No, but when they grow up, they learn.
Oh,
But I'm talking about
okay. Can
adults. I'm
babies
talking about
speak, sir?
adults.
So
Yes, they
what if
can. Yes,
someone can't?
yes, yes, they
Okay,
can.
hold on one second.
Google
What if
Gaga is talking.
relax
Yes.
one second, my dear boy. Hold on one second, my dear boy. What if someone can't speak? Does that mean it's okay to eat them? So if a
No, no,
baby's
no,
mute and won't ever be able to speak, does that mean you can eat them? That's basically what
no,
you're
no, no.
saying.
But they're still a person at the end of the day, even
So you
though.
just said the fact that they can't speak means you can
Okay,
eat
but forget
them.
all of that. Yeah, forget all of that.
Okay, so you're
If
wrong. You realize that
one
you're
second, one second.
incorrect. It's okay.
If we wouldn't eat animals, what would happen? Do you know what would happen?
They'd be able to survive perfectly happy, and we'd be
No, no,
able to
no, no, no,
still be
no. It would
perfectly
ruin
healthy.
the whole hierarchy system that we have in place because there's consumers whose job, like, little bugs and little bees
Sir,
and
you're
stuff.
breeding
One
them.
second, one second, one second, one
Relax
second,
one second, my
one
dear boy.
second, one
Let me
second, one
help you
second,
out. No,
one
hold on
second,
one
bro.
second, my dear boy. You seem to have trouble focusing, so let me help you out. You're describing that they have a certain role. You're breeding them into existence. You're creating the problem and then saying that eating them is the solution. Don't
It's
make
not
the
a
problem
problem.
less. Relax one second. Don't create the problem and then you don't won't have to worry about eating them. That's the whole point.
No, no, no. One second, yo. So if the birds didn't eat the bugs, yeah. If the birds didn't eat the
Sir, did you
bugs,
hear? All
then
right,
the
so
birds didn't get. If the birds didn't get.
you seem to have trouble focusing. You seem to have issues focusing, so I can't really.
Hello.
Hey, what do you want to
You can
debate?
hear me? Oh
Hey,
yeah.
what?
I don't mind debating either, but literally you can choose. I can debate either, bro.
Do you want to debate any of these topics? I mean, when you come on here, I'm assuming you disagree with one of these 3 statements. If
Oh
you
yeah,
don't,
no. What's it
there's
called?
no debate to be
I
had.
think I low key I disagree with both because like personally, like I believe the reason why I believe that God is real, in my opinion, is because like cool. There's certain people that believe in the Big Bang Theory, but like the first thing that you learn in physics is that matter cannot be created or destroyed. And that being said, like the entire universe would not exist unless the matter was created at some point. Therefore, something outside of the laws of physics,
You
at
just said,
least I believe.
hold on one second, sir. That's a contradiction. You just said it can't be created nor destroyed. That means God couldn't have created it. And in that case, you don't know
Yeah,
what
that's what I'm
created it.
saying. Like
Even in the
that's
case
what I'm
that
saying.
it
You didn't
had
let
to
me
be
finish.
created, which
I was
there's no
gonna say
evidence.
that means that something outside of the laws of physics
No, no, no.
created it.
Relax one second, my dear boy. You don't know
All
that for
right.
sure. There's no evidence that shows that something had to create it. You're presupposing that. You don't
No,
know
but
guarantee
okay,
that
then
something had
that
to
being
create it.
said, then the Big Bang Theory doesn't work because what the Big Bang Theory states is that basically the universe already existed, but it wasn't in the state that it was now. It was in a hot, dense state where all the gases had not been formed yet, and basically there was an explosion. Right? Cool. That being said, these all the particles that already existed in order for the Big Bang to exist, yeah, like they just what they couldn't just
How do
appear.
you
They couldn't
know?
just be there.
How do you know that? You're presupposing that you have no
No,
evidence that
because
they
then
couldn't
that
just
means
walk
that the
in there.
first law that you learn in physics is incorrect.
You're
But
saying
then,
physics is incorrect.
this
Wait,
hypothesis has
hold on one
literally
second,
been.
my dear
Hmm?
boy. Relax one second, my dear boy.
All right, then.
Let me help you out because you seem to have trouble focusing. You're just making up arguments with you have no evidence for. You don't know
But
that there
then you
had
could
to be
argue you're
something.
doing the same thing. No,
Hold
I'm
on one
guessing every.
second.
No,
Hold on
the
one
whole point
second.
of
Hold on one
hmm?
second, my dear boy.
No,
You don't guaranteed know that you're making stuff up. You're presupposing stuff with no evidence. I'm just checking to see we're on planet Earth.
I do have evidence though.
Change the rules
Search
of
the
physics.
law of what's it called
It's okay to accept that you
conservation of
don't
mass.
know.
It's called conservation of mass. You can search it up. It's the first.
Okay, you just ignored everything I said, so I have nothing else to say to you. Hey, would you?
Hello there. Alright, I want to debate the good is an imaginary, and I would like to ask a question also, if that's fine with you.
Yep, go ahead.
So, what do you think about? Obviously, I'm going to assume you're atheist.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you, what do you think about Islam and Prophet Muhammad?
Sir, where's the evidence? This is an evidence stream. I need you to provide evidence that he exists, or else there's no point in you being here. So, do you want to provide evidence or no?
I will provide evidence. I'm just asking you a question because I saw one of your lives. You were saying that, oh, I don't agree with Islam because Prophet Muhammad married a 9-year-old. But what you do not know, my friend, is that they counted the years after puberty, meaning he married her 9 years after she went through puberty, meaning she wasn't 9 years old. That's one of my
Where does
points
it
right
say
there, my
that?
friend.
Where exactly in the Quran does it say that? Because all I'm
That's
seeing
how
is he
it
married
was
her at
counted. That's
6.
how it was counted.
You're even being incorrect about your own Quran.
Nope,
It
I'm
said
not
it's
being
6, and
incorrect.
then hold on one
Nope.
second, my dear boy. Then it said he
Man said, my
consummated
dear
it.
boy, you're moving a bit sus, lad.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. It said he
Yeah.
married at 6 and consummated the marriage at 9. I don't see anything that says, oh, after puberty, he actually did something like 20. I don't see that part. So I'm going to take it as he married her at 6 and, consummated it at 9. I'm sorry, but you
Well,
kind of
then do
add
your
words
research.
to the book.
Well,
And
then
I'm
do
saying
your
the
research,
Quran,
because
in
that's
fact,
how
that's
it
what it
is.
says. Do you agree with me?
That's how it is. That's literally how it was. A
You don't
9-year-old
even
of
believe what you're saying. You
What
don't
are you
even
talking? A
believe what you're
9-year-old
saying.
back then is different to a 9-year-old today. The life expectancy back then was like 30 years old. So if you were
Sir,
9 years old back then,
regardless
it's
of whether it
completely
was a
different.
9,
And
hold on
also,
one
it is
second.
after
Relax
puberty.
one
That's how
second.
they counted the ages.
Hold on
That's
one
how they
second.
counted ages. That's how they
I'm just,
counted ages. You
hold
can
one
look it
second.
up.
I'm just checking to confirm that we're on planet Earth together and that we're existing on this plane that we called Earth together, and that we realize that a 9-year-old of 2,000 years ago is the same as a 9-year-old today.
No,
It's still
it's
9.
not. Well,
And even if I give you
let's
the
agree to
that's not
disagree,
even,
my friend, because it's
hold on one
completely
second,
different.
my dear boy. That's not even high school or secondary school. That's
Man said,
primary
my dear
school.
boy,
That's
brother,
elementary.
I'm not your son, bro, my boy.
That's
I don't know why I say my
elementary.
dear. I'm not your son.
And so because it's elementary, that's why I think the Quran,
Myself also, lad.
what he
I
did was
cannot mute
immoral.
myself. You're just saying there's no evidence. Literally look it up. That's how they counted the ages, bro.
Sir, it doesn't say that in the Quran, so I'm gonna take
It
it as
doesn't
well.
say.
I'm not gonna allow
That's
you
okay.
to make some
That's
stuff up to change it. Okay, that's just
what? That's not my point. If you look it up,
there's no looking it up. It was 9 years old, 6 years old. In fact, there's no two ways about it. 6 years old, consummated at 9. You need to read it. Okay, this person doesn't want to join, but yeah, I'm sorry. That's the way it is. There's no two ways about it. There is no two ways about it. Dang, like what's going on? It's because I haven't been live in like so long. Hey, what you want to debate?
Are you vegan?
Yes, sir. That's what
Come,
it says.
tell me about it. Let me hear
Pardon?
it. Tell me about being vegan.
What do you want me to tell you? I mean,
Well, I eat meat, so tell me what's good about being vegan.
you don't cause the harm and suffering of billions of animals when you don't need to.
Billions and what, like what? So okay, so you do you eat bread?
90 billion a year if you want to be specific, but yeah.
Okay, do you eat bread?
Yes.
So you know when they cut the yeast down and all that, yeah, and all the plants and all that, what they don't kill animals, they don't kill insects and that.
Sir, first of all, we have to eat something, and second of all, you still use
No,
way
wait.
more.
I'm just answer the
Hold on one
question.
second, my dear
It's just a
boy.
question. You answered
Hold on
your
one
question.
second.
I'm
Relax
asking
one
your
second.
question, right?
Let me speak. Close your lips so I can respond to
Okay.
what you're saying. As I just
Go
stated,
on.
they still kill way more crops and more animals to get crops for the animals that you eat. So you're killing way more. So regardless, your point is irrelevant regardless. That's the whole point.
But you're still killing
They're still
animals,
killing
though,
more
innit?
animals to save yours. I'm actually hurting less animals. That's why veganism is more moral. That's the whole point.
But you're still killing animals.
Did you hear what I said, or do I need to repeat it for the second?
Are you just okay? Did you just say you're not killing less animals, right?
Sir, it's inevitable. Something will die. That's the whole point. But we can minimize. Do you know what that means? Minimize the harm that we cause them by going on plant-based foods rather than killing more animals by eating animals. Do you understand that point, or do I need to repeat it for the third time again?
But you're still killing animals.
Goodbye. You're a bit slow. Hey, what you want to debate?
Oh, hello. Apparently I'm live. I don't get me wrong, I'm not vegan at the moment, but I hopefully will be in the future. I'm just going through some shit at the moment, so I'm taking a
Okay.
break. But why do you think God's imaginary? If, I agree
Um,
evolution is a fact, but
there's
uh,
no evidence of his existence, so there's no
but there's
reason.
no evidence that he doesn't exist. So I think it's really
Yeah,
stupid to just write it off.
depending on the God you believe in, there is actually reasons to not believe he exists. Just like the problem of evil, there's the problem of divine inness. There's multiple reasons as to why that most likely wouldn't be a supernatural entity that exists.
Yeah, but we're just a human, right? And think of like AI and all the shit that we've created. We have no fucking clue. We're so unevolved as humans to the point the fact that people argue about whether we should even eat meat or not. And we're just having basic conversations of, our own emotional, evolution at the moment. And considering like 1,000 years ago, you know, people were involved in all sorts of fucked up barbaric shit, and it's taken us like 1,000 years just to even consider not eating animals. Don't you think it's a bit silly to turn around and be like, oh, there's no proof that God doesn't exist? Like, fair enough if you don't know. I have fair play for agnostics, but I think it's kind of arrogant to say there's no evidence that God doesn't exist when there's no evidence that he doesn't exist, and you're saying you're picking particular gods from different religions. I'm not talking about religion. I'm just saying the source of life came from a celestial entity that created us.
Here's
That's
the
not
thing.
a specific religion.
I mean, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, it kind of just mainly boils down to, I appreciate the gifts, mainly boils down to the fact that there just is no evidence. And so I think the arrogance is saying, I have the right answer. It must have been this thing, and taking advantage of people's fear of eternal mortality and other things as well. And so you're claiming to know the answer. Thank you for the gift again. And yeah, I think that's more of the arrogance, to be honest. And that I understand it's hard to not know the answers. It's quite frankly scary. But at some point, you have to be honest with yourself and be like, I just simply don't know. And if you're trying to make claims, then you need to have evidence for it. And if there's no evidence of it, then like Santa Claus, it's simply a fairy tale.
Well, I'm not saying I have evidence. I'm just saying that I think it's ignorant to turn around and say that as a human that you've experienced everything, therefore you can deny the fact that something's created you. And I think that's just like
Do you have
it's
any
just kind
evidence that created us? If you don't, then why would I
I have,
believe it?
I mean, I have my own personal experience, but I'm not going to share that because you're going to dismiss it as irrelevant, and that's fair enough because I
Mm.
didn't believe in God for many years.
I mean,
So I'm not
if
going
it's
to
an
discuss
anecdote,
that.
there may be a
Huh?
natural explanation rather than a supernatural explanation. That's just the point. You can have as many
Yeah,
experiences.
that's valid. I'm just thinking of myself, but I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I've gone through at the end of the day because people come to their own conclusions, and that you'll go on your own journey to find out what's relevant for you. But at the end of the day, you say, oh, you've come to this narrative of, oh, I'm scared, that's why I've gone and believed in God, and that's a complete opposite. I've nearly died a few times, man, and I'm not scared of dying. So, and I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in punishment after death. I don't have these belief systems that you've projected onto me because you've clearly got, I don't like religion. I'm very anti-religion, but at the end of the day, I think that you're confusing the belief with God with religion. And again, you keep projecting other stereotypes that religion has onto the concept of God. Religion is
What is
just a
God?
way
Do
to
you have a
control people. I'm still talking, mate. Religion is just a
What,
way to
hold on
control
one minute,
people.
but do you have an actual definition of God? There's not even a consistent definition.
It's
That's how wishy-washy it is. You don't even have a clear definition of what it is. So you're claiming it exists is kind of futile and ludicrous, and it's quite irrelevant at this point
Do you want me to define what God is? Is that what
to
you're asking?
you, because everyone has a completely different definition. There's not even a clear set, consistent definition. But go ahead and define it for us, young lady.
Young lady, okay. Uh, a celestial being that has, or celestial something like the source of life that has created everything,
The
like
source of
an energy source that has created everything. That is what I define as God
That's
as.
the most ambiguous definition you could have come
Yeah,
from.
but it's still a relevant definition. Just because it's ambiguous,
No,
you
ma'am,
know.
it really isn't that relevant. It's just quite frankly like quite ridiculous to be honest, because you just say the celestial, you're mashing together big words and you think you're making a point, but quite frankly, you're not really making any sense. That's the whole point. So, I don't know what else to tell you, but hey, you can believe what you want to believe, but at that point, I mean, I don't know. There's just no evidence. Okay, does anyone else want to join, because I'm probably gonna end this live. Why is traffic so low? It's probably because I went live pretty late, to be honest. If I went live earlier, there'd probably be more people, but obviously I had my business that I'm sorting out, if you know what I mean. How's finance academy going? Very, very well. If we all go vegan, they would need to produce more vegan foods, which kill more animals. No, it just doesn't. 70% of crops are grown to feed the animals that you eat. So in that case, no, that's quite frankly false. But yeah, that's the whole point. When you save carnivores, how will they eat? What do you mean save the carnivores?